These months see plenty of traffic on our waterways, and with that increase comes increased risk. Tonight, National Safe Boating Week is underway with the Department of Environmental Management and the U.S. Coast Guard opening their doors here in Rhode Island. Newport's Station Castle Hills, where families met some of the men and women who could very well save their lives in an emergency on the water. Eyewitness News reporter Brian Iacono was there today, and he reports from the control room tonight.
When I asked the Coast Guard what's the #1 thing Rhode Islanders should know going into Safe Boating Week, they said always wear a life jacket while you're on the water, because you will not have time to put one on when you're in the middle of an emergency. At Station Castle Hill, we're getting a look at some of the equipment you might see during an emergency on the water, from the boats of varying sizes to the precise technique of coiling and throwing a rope to someone bobbing in the water. We are also meeting some of the people behind the skills.
Meet the crew, you know who's going to come out and rescue you, and you can shake their hand.
Petty Officer Nicole Grohl reminds us coming into the summer season to practice boater sobriety. According to the Coast Guard's 2015 statistics, alcohol use contributed to 260 boating accidents and was the highest single contributing factor of deaths. She also says tell someone when and where you're going on the water.
Make sure somebody knows your spouse, your neighbor, whomever, your favorite fishing spot. Because if you don't come back on time and that person gets worried and they call the Coast Guard, we need some place to start.
Pull this little tab and it goes from a simple suspender into a life jacket. This will save your life.
Arnold Geller, the auxiliary sector coordinator, explains a life jacket should always be worn.
If it should lose its pressure, you can simply blow more air into it. If you're stuck in the water for any length of time, it could lose pressure, so you simply blow more air into it.
If you are new to boating, Petty Officer Grohl suggests contacting the Coast Guard Auxiliary. They'll have a checklist of items you should always have with you. I'm Brian Iacono, Eyewitness News.